quiz time, and today we're going to talk about proverbs. Here on my whiteboard there are 10 different proverbs with one missing word. Will you be able to find it out? Hey guys, welcome back to Maiora. So today it's quiz time. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun together. We're going to talk about proverbs. There are thousands of very smart and funny and clever proverbs. I picked 10 of them. Each one of them is missing a small part, a word or just a few words. And yeah, you have to try and guess. And then, of course, please write your results in the comments below, because I'm curious and I want to know how many you could actually get right. So let's start with the first one, okay? Better than sorry. Or if you want a more British pronunciation, better that than sorry. It could be also something like, it's better to be than sorry. Obviously it's the same meaning. And 3, 2, 1, the answer is better safe than sorry. What does it mean? That it's better to do something more, even if it's not completely necessary, rather than feeling sorry afterwards. Okay, so it's better to be precise and to do something more eventually, rather than having troubles, okay, afterwards. So that's the meaning of this proverb. It's quite clever actually. Then number 2, action speaks than words. That's a clever, I think it's a quite interesting philosophy. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and the answer is action speaks louder than words. Obviously this is the comparative of the adjective loud, and the meaning is quite obvious, okay? So what you do is actually more important than what you say, because words can be pointless or useless if they're not followed by real actions. And then number three, this is something I say a lot. I mean, if you knew me in real life, this is something I say all the time. Great word, think alike. I'll give you some context. I don't know, I think about something or I want to do something in a certain way, and then a friend of mine come along and he says exactly the same thing, or he wants to do that thing exactly the same way. And I say, oh, great, think alike. 3, 2, 1, great minds think alike. Obviously it's yeah, it's a joke, it's just for fun, and it means that okay, we actually thought, or we had the same thought, okay, because we're both very smart and so we think in the same way. That's obviously just for fun. Okay, then the fourth one is quite yeah, it's a bit more difficult. But you'll be, if you pay attention, there is the missing word and the final word rhyme together. So that's a hint. If you you lose. So these two words rhyme together. If you you lose. So if you lose, you lose. And the word is 3, 2, 1. If you snooze, if you snooze, you lose. Well, the meaning here is quite clear. If you hesitate, if you postpone, if you're lazy, or if you don't make a decision, you may lose what you want. This is a word that you may find quite commonly and frequently on your alarm clocks, when you don't turn the alarm off, but you just want 5 more minutes, and you just push the button and the button has snooze on it, because it means that you take a little nap. Okay, that's the idea. If you snooze, you lose. If you wait, then you may lose something important. Number 5, birds of a flock together. Also in this case we have a rhyme. We have a rhyme, so think about it. Birds of a other flock together. Come on, I've helped you a lot here. Birds of a feather flock together. Feather is the word, and obviously they rhyme together, feather and together. The meaning, that's quite easy. If people are similar, they will probably be together, do things together, spend time together. That's the meaning of it. It exists in many other languages, like also in Italian, for example. It's just obviously my language. There's a similar proverb that means the same things. So the birds that look, okay, similar, feather, okay, obviously, flock together, so they tend to stay together and form a flock together. Okay, this is quite easy. Now another one. This is also quite clever. In time saves 9. Well, a hint. The word here is a word that doctors use. 3, 2, 1. A stitch in time saves 9. Stitch. What does it mean? That if you do something immediately, you will prevent it from getting worse eventually. Okay, so if you, in this case, stitch, okay, so if you find a solution now, it's a solution to a small problem, but if you wait, probably the problem could get worse, and then you don't need 1 stitch, but you need 9 stitch eventually. Okay, this obviously it's a metaphor, a medical metaphor. Now this one is very, very common today as well. It's quite an old proverb, and the origin is British, but it's used all over the world now with a lot of there are various forms. So mysterious word, and then can't be choosers. Can't be choosers. So I'll give you a hint, also a bit of a context. So the point is that if you are, or if you need, then probably you can't be so difficult about things. 3, 2, 1. Beggars. Beggars can't be choosers. Beggars, which obviously means, it's not the meaning is not literary, it's a metaphor, literal, sorry. It means that if you don't have anything, you can't be too difficult, you can't be too picky. Okay, you have to accept what they give you. Maybe I'm looking for a job and I need a job, and something comes through and it's not exactly what I wanted, but I have to accept it because I'm a beggar in this case, not in a literal sense, but in this case I need something, and so I have to accept whatever comes. Then, this is another proverb that exists in Italian too. By the way, let me know if these proverbs exist in your own languages, okay? And of course, it depends on where you're from, so you can tell me what's your country and if any of these proverbs exist in your language as well. Now, a broken something is right twice a day. A broken is right twice a day. 3 and 2 and 1. A broken clock. A broken clock is right twice a day. What does it mean? That even if someone is always wrong, or I don't value his or her, their opinion, or even talking about myself, I'm completely uneducated about something, or I don't know, but still I or they can be right as an exception. So if they say something right, this is not because their opinion or their experience is generally is valid, generally talking, but exceptionally they may be also right, because it happens sometimes. Also, a broken clock, okay, is right twice a day, because obviously it's stuck there. So that's the idea. Okay. Then, yes, another common proverb that exists in a lot of different languages: a thing is half done. A thing, this is a verb. It's a past participle. That was a huge hint. 3, 2, 1. A thing begun is half done. Begun. So the meaning is quite obvious, that you start something, you are already at a good point, okay? Just because you have started it, it means that you have done a huge step forward. That's the meaning, more or less. And the last one, my favorite one, because it's quite, I don't know, motivational, let's say so. Every cloud has... Now, these are 3 words. The first one is the article. And this is a phrase that is very, very common in English. It's a very beautiful meaning. Every cloud has 3, 2, 1, a silver lining. A silver lining, which is basically it means a positive side, or something positive in it. A silver lining. This is an expression that is used a lot, I mean, in different contexts, okay, when I mean something positive that usually comes out of something negative, like the clouds here, or in a difficult situation, there's a silver lining, so something good, okay, beneath the surface, which is, yeah, quite nice. All right, how have you done? How many did you get right? Let me know in the comments. I'm super curious, and please let me know if you'd like to have other quiz times about, I don't know, proverbs. There are so many, or I know other things, phrases or verbs, or whatever you're interested in. Okay, we can have a little bit of fun together, because of course studying a language is a hard job, but sometimes it's also nice to study in a lighter and a bit more okay, relaxing way. So thank you so very much for following, and thank you so much to all of you who have decided to donate or give a small contribution to the channel. This is a huge job, please believe me, it's a huge activity, and I'm so glad and proud to offer it for free. But I am also very grateful to those of you who decide to give me or to leave a little donation to the channel, because it's a really important part of this activity, and it really helps me carry on with what I'm doing. So if you value what I'm doing, and if you decide to give me a little something, that will be greatly appreciated. There's a button here below, with the thank you button with the heart. You can use that, or on the homepage of the channel there's another button which is PayPal. You can use that, or if you just want to donate on PayPal, you can use the address, the email address of the channel, which is written in the context here below in the description. It is @Maiora, the name of the channel, @Maiora tutor, so together, at gmail.com. So super thanks if you ever decide to help and to be part of this community, also in an active way, let's say so. Thank you so very much. So, let's see very, very soon again with my English videos or German videos and literature videos or whatever you want. Just let me know. Thank you so very much for following, and as usual, take care.